Rock Zone. Kawan J.
DJ One. The mixtape show.
As I strive for certain angles, I start for betterment while temptation steady dangle. Baiting me to meet me, not even certain I'm sleep. Refuse to fall from glory, unlike some of those before me. Swiftness, I move, I focus on a different portrait. I'm bouncing from the talk if the convo isn't corporate. Quiet decibel, several digits in the decimal. If you're not striving, my conceptions, you're conniving. Ambitions like a weasel or the prowess of a diamondback. Soliloquies are hiding with no process, ain't no time for that. Others grasping straws in attempt to shift the narrative to mesh with the theory. Future outlook in this dreary. Success is the purpose, in the surface lies the scratches. As I bury noisy hatches, landsman standing in the bracket. Madness when the marches of a stumble. I navigate to all the where the hustler cookies crumble. I emancipate units, you emasculate bundles. No cap lifestyles, habitation in the jungle. Pinpoint accuracy, lingo rapidly shake the scope. When I spaz like this, I break hopes, dissect and take no immediate notion. Flush them out, high scope and triple limit spoken. Sink or swim, feast or famine, wishing intuition. Overstand my statement in this expedition, so politic me.
God damn it, I like the way you do it.
Just build on them, 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 just build on them.
God damn it, I like the way you do it.
Just build on them, 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 just build on them.
License to kill on these beats, I do. I do the damn thing like the 2 Live Crew. Doing all that cause I do. You threaten my life like what do I do? Stay in your place like the cup on the cupboardry. I gave her D, then she thought she was in love with me. She felt the hammer on my waist when we were cuddling. Then she found out what I meant when she was sucking me. I'm too short, need that obey in my recipe. Who thought it was okay for you to F with me? You lost if you think you know what is best for me. True thought, and this all came from an epiphany. Don't try to get with me, Judas on a high note. I'm a fly goat like what I need to fly for. I provide folk like everyone around me. It's water in the pool, so why you try to drown me? Don't try to clown me, that'll be your last move. Crash cruise, go Kentucky Derby on the clitoris. Ass cool, why you run your mouth? Boy, you different. Cut his ears off and ask him was he listening? I'ma leave his mitt bloody when I'm pitching it. Just relax, your turn coming when I'm finished with her. Get it? Turn coming when I'm finished with her. Girl, I'm known to turn stomachs, man, this dinner different. Girl, you know you want this bread, right? Next line I should've said I'm getting head, right? But really I'm just trying to get your head right. I know I gotta pause though, but I'm dead nice.
God damn it, I like the way you do it. God damn it, I like the way you do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is the Mixtape Show listening sessions, one of my favorite segments that we do here in the show, man. And this week, man, we got a dope guest. He's from the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area. You've been hearing him on the show here recently. Body to Beat's been the joint that we've been playing. We played another couple joints off the album here recently. Just released this new album, and we're going to talk about it. He goes by the name of SD. And my brother, welcome to the family. Welcome to the Mixtape Show, man.
Yo, my man Kawan, what's going on, my guy? How you feeling, man? How you feeling, dog?
I'm good, brother. I'm good, man. This project, the Triple M Theory, just dropped. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations on birthing this baby right here.
Thank you.
How you feeling? How you feeling about it?
Man, I feel awesome. I feel great about it. The feedback that I've gotten back from it has been crazy. Everybody's feeling it. You know, I've gotten number fire emojis on text messages and on social media.
But no, I feel good about that. I feel good about the project, the way that it laid out, the way that it finished out. It was way more than what I expected, believe it or not. I mean, I knew of my talents and I never questioned that, but the way that everything came out and the way that it sonically came out, I couldn't ask for anything better.
Yeah, you this I never thought to check it back to the old catalog. Is this your first official project, or do you have previous work?
My first official project as far as like albums or anything.
Really? So how was that undertaken for you? Like when you initially jumped off the porch and was like, let me go and put out a body of work. How did that go?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna give you a little history. I mean, if we got a moment,
we got more time in the world, brother.
All right, my man. All right, so you know the Underground Heat Cypher camp, Obnoxious, and all those dudes. I'm part of that team.
Yeah.
So much my rebirth came from the Underground Heat Cypher.
Okay.
It came from the Underground Heat Cypher, and so I did a couple ciphers with Obnoxious on them, and then I was hearing everybody was coming out with singles and albums, and I was like, you know what? I know I could do it. So I had a conversation with Knox and my man Bloodsport and a couple other cats, and they're like, yo, man, do it. You know what I'm saying? Do it. And then that once that jumped off, the ball started rolling from there. Now we got the Triple M Theory right now.
Dope. And then not only are you a dope MC, man, you also a brother. You're part of the DJ family too, huh?
Yeah. It's funny as hell because people look at me now like, oh, you a rap dude now? I'm like, no, I was a rapper first.
Yeah.
Then I became a DJ. Now I do both.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it kind of felt fun because I was rapping back in like early 90s, you know, the boom bap, the real strong underground hip hop era. And I was rapping then I had left for the military, came back, and then I was rapping a little bit. Then I put that on the shelf and began DJing like full time all the time. And then once the ciphers came up, it was on.
Yeah. And
so
yeah.
So now everybody looking at me is like, wait a minute. like no, I only know you as DJ Imperial because that's my DJ name.
Yeah.
I only know you as Imperial. Now you got two different identities. I'm like, yeah. That's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Incredible Hulk and David Banner, right?
Exactly. It's like you don't like it when I'm angry, dog. Don't do it. Man, I turned green, ripped the whole shirt off. It's going down.
Yeah. So how long did it take you to put the project together, man?
I'll say about roughly 8 months.
Okay.
8 to 10 months. With going through COVID and everything, and then I had some personal stuff that happened because it was originally supposed to come out in the springtime. But things got pushed off and things happened, on the personal side. So I was like, all right, I'll wait. And then once everything started really flowing and all the songs started getting done, I was like, all right, this is the time to do it. This is the time to push this out now. And fittingly enough, I actually birthed it on hip hop's birthday. So it makes it even more special for me that I actually birthed it on that day. And I was like, yeah.
How dope is it now that we're recognized now as a culture? You know what I'm saying?
Man, listen, it feels good. Especially when hip hop first came out, people doubted it. They didn't think that it would account for nothing. There's a bunch of gibber jabbing, there's noise, and now it's pretty much it's heard in damn near every song that you can hit, that you think like even country music it's got hip hop elements to it now. Freaking, it's wild. They take a piece here, they take a piece here, they take a piece here, take a piece there. From when it all started back in 1973 with 2 turntables in the record, and you know what I'm saying. So it's weird how it's really evolved from 73 to now. 50 years later, damn near, and the evolution of hip hop is outstanding, and people fail to realize the importance of that.
It was birthed out of poverty, right? We didn't get the musical instruments, we didn't get the schools took that out, so we had to take whatever we could take and turn it into what it is now. And and as always, the corporations do what they do to it and try to dumb it down and water it down.
They try to bastardize it and water it down, or they try to bleach it. And we, you know, and some of it did get touched, and which is unfortunate.
Mhm.
But you can see now, you can start seeing a shift a little bit because you got people like you know what I mean? Because we all know the main street's still not going to play it.
Mhm.
But when you got folks like you and a couple other, you know, radio shows that is strictly all about underground, and they're bringing it back out to the source, and now you got these verses, you know, you got the verses contest, you know what I'm saying? And when these hip hop dudes start coming out and people realize like, yo, we miss out on some good music.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, see, because there's so much good music on the underground that the world is missing out on.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's so much. It's ridiculous.
It's wild because I hear people, you know, the people who don't really dig for the music like that, who claim they love hip hop, they're like, you know, I'm tired of the radio. I'm tired of hearing this. I'm tired of hearing it. I'm like, I'm not, bro. I don't have that problem where I'm at in the world I'm in. You know what I'm saying?
you live good because you hear everything. But I matter of fact, I had a discussion with somebody the other day, and he talking about hip hop, you know, because we was talking about the Locks and Dipset massacre. We was talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
And the Locks brought back hip hop. I'm like, hip hop never died, my man.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the fact that radio never plays it. The hip hop, the payola took over, and you got the payola took over, and now you got the mumble rap and all that. All right, cool, whatever, they got that. But hip hop never died. It's just the fact that it got pushed under the rug. It got separated from the money. Now everybody's starting to realize that was a mistake, and now they knowing that hip hop is like underground is coming back. It's coming back. But when it comes back with a vengeance, it's gonna be ugly out here.
Yeah, and I think the Locks they didn't bring it back. They just reminded everybody of the essence and the foundation and the culture of it. You know,
exactly. And that's what I was about to say. They like said it's coming back. They brought it back. I'm like, man, New York always had it. Yeah. Like it's like New York always had it. Philly always had it. You know, all these cities had it. And it's just that the radio don't fuck with us. I mean, that's all it is. They don't fuck with us,
and that's okay. I'm good with that too, because I'm like, let us.
It's cool with you, exactly. Because now everybody coming to you.
Yeah, let us have our culture and let us do it the right way.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly.
No, man. So how about this, man? SD, growing up, man, what was your soundtrack like when you was coming up, man? What's some of the joints that you can remember vibing to when you was popping joints in the tape decks and all that?
Bro, listen. I'm gonna rewind it back now. I'm gonna rewind it back to my cousin Ramrod. Like I said on Body the Beat, rest in peace, my cousin Ramrod. He put me on to hip hop. So we talking Run DMC. I got a name for you, Super Lover C and Casanova Crud. He used to love them boys. PE, Eric B and Rakim, he put me on to them. You know, like all the back in '86, when hip hop was starting to really make noise. Then you had Rakim come out. Then here come Kane. Here come KRS. Here come Kool G Rap. So that birthed me to listening to hip hop. But my sound, when I started writing everything, definitely came from the underground, the EPMDs, the Gang Stars. I mean. Then you sprinkle a little bit of Tribe in there, you sprinkle some Black Moon in there, you sprinkle listen, if it bang back in the 90s, and we can't exclude Nas, Biggie, Jay, all those dudes.
Those the obvious choices.
Yeah, obvious choices. So I'm not going to really talk about them because we know, but the underground, that deep stuff where you got the nasty bass. I mean, the beats is coming. But no, the radio, they slightly played them, but they didn't play them like all that. That's what I was striving for. So that's where my sound came from, like the tape decks and everything. But I listened to everything. Yeah. As far as hip hop, if that shit was fire. West Coast, down south, like Ghetto Boys, I was on that. Yeah. When Outkast came on, I was on that. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then like I said, out West Coast, you know, of course you had the NWAs, you had Snoop had came out. Then you had freaking Compton's Most Wanted. You had Spice One. You know what I mean? So all it was a mix back then. It was so much music. in different like parts of the country, but you knew what you was hitting, you knew what you was getting when you heard it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you mix all that stuff together, and then boom.
Yeah, so me and you got the similar taste. I remember going to every Tuesday back in the day when albums came out. I remember that you go to that new hip hop section, and it didn't matter what you picked up to buy, you was gonna buy it regardless. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to.
Listen. New music Tuesday was always the move. Yo, that was always the move. Like, listen, that was always the move. Like, because we had a spot here in Philly called Funkomart. And well, I didn't need to go on Tuesday because I had either school or whatever. But that Friday, I'm up in the store like, yo, let me get that, let me get that. Because back then it wasn't like, unless you read the magazines, it's not like how it is the internet, when the joints come out. You just happen to go into the store and just see if somebody coming out with some shit. Oh, my man, give me that. Give me that. And the first thing you do, you open up the tape deck, you look at the credits. Who did the beats, how many songs. Listen, I miss those days.
Or if the album cover was dope, you be like, let me get that, because if they put that much effort into the artwork,
you got for the album cover, like you pretend like, oh, he got some heat on this joint, like yo, listen, those are the days, man. Those are the days, and people, listen. I love the internet era because of the accessibility of music, but wasn't nothing like back in the day going to the record store, grabbing the album and looking what was up in there, man. It was nothing like it. What's the
album that you bought that you kind of you bought on a whim? You didn't really know much about it, but you was like, let me give it a try, and it surprised you that it was really good. You remember?
Yeah, I know exactly which one it was. Nice and Smooth John.
Okay.
Nice and Smooth John. And it was funny because I didn't know much about Nice and Smooth. My aunt did. My aunt did, and she wasn't, and I don't know how she knew about it because she didn't listen to hip hop, but she knew about them. So we up in the, we was out there. She's like, hey, I heard about Nice and Smooth. Won't you buy them? So I bought that shit. I was like, this shit knocking. so their first joint was all right. So Nice and Smooth was probably the first album I bought that I didn't have no idea how good it was going to be. And it kind of shocked me a little bit.
You know what it was for me, and now that I look back on it, people gonna be like, nah, this ain't true. But it was a different time back then. I bought Tupac's second album, Strictly for My Niggas, and when that came out, that's right after Juice and all that. So that's why I was like, oh, this is the cat that was on Juice, because I didn't know about his catalog back then. You know what I mean? So I was like, let me get this album, let me see, because he's a good actor, so maybe he can rap. And I heard Holla If You Hear Me was the first joint on there. I was like, damn, okay. And then I just kept going into the songs, and everything was like a message. And I was like, okay, yeah, I like this cat. You know what I'm saying?
That's one thing about Pac. He gave you the message.
Yeah.
See,
So,
I could be honest, and this is gonna be the unpopular opinion to a lot of people. I was not a big Pac fan, but I respected the message that he tried to throw.
Okay. Yeah.
So I can't not Pac on or whatever, but when he put out a message, he put it out.
Yeah. And I used to always get mad back in the day too when people would compare him and Big, because I was like, you guys are comparing apples and watermelons. You know what I'm saying?
There was no comparison there. You couldn't compare the two because it was two different elements. They just happened to be the two hottest artists at the time.
Exactly. Who knew each other? Who had problems with each other?
Big had the East and Pac had the West, even though Pac is actually an East Coast dude, but I mean, it's whatever. But everybody wanted to compare them to, like, you couldn't compare the two. There was no way, because it was two different styles.
Exactly. Yeah, you compare apples and watermelons. You can't do that. You know what I mean?
You can't do that. But
so
always try to compare shit.
So let's talk about the Triple M theory, man. That's why we're here. This is the listening sessions. You know what I mean? We formalities out the way. Triple M theory. Why do we call it that? And what was you thinking when you named it that?
Well, the Triple M. Of course, that's me. The man of many missions, or the mission man messiah, whatever you want to call it. And so I was like, okay. And I always had I had a theory, and I pretty much said this on the first part of the song, that, you look at people, they're acting stupid at our age, they were stupid when they were younger.
Yeah.
So I always say, no, I'm serious. I mean, so that's why I said, old fools were once young fools. And if you look at the process of the album, from beginning to end. The first like 4 songs, it was just like you put yourself in a character. You not yourself or anybody, just put an imaginary character going through the album. The first 4 songs, he just all over the place. He's not giving a fuck. He talking grimy stuff, this, that, and the third. And then he begins to grow as as it comes along. And then you have 5 minutes out, and that's another story. But I just wanted the growth of a person within that album. That's pretty much the theory. Like, people have entitlement to grow.
Yeah.
And like I said, if they don't grow, they're just idiots. They're always gonna be an idiot. But if you trip it out at the beginning, but then you find yourself, then you're gonna prosper. Because you know the street side and you know the other side.
Yeah.
Some people just stay with the street side, they don't move. Yeah. But some people, they start off street and then they realize that the streets ain't for me. And then they prosper on to be greater than what they are. So
the processing and the sequencing of the album is just kind of like a short biography of kind of like you. Yeah.
There's some pieces. There's some pieces in there. Yeah. There's some pieces in there. There's some pieces in there. I mean, I did some wild shit when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, but After a moment of time, after you get older, like I can't do the stuff that I was doing 20, 30 years ago. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Right? So
yeah. It's hard to maintain a certain type of lifestyle. It's not maintainable.
No. Plus it's more expensive too. Believe it or not, it'd be like you keep doing the dumb shit that you're doing. I mean, it's gonna be expensive, and I ain't talking about financially either.
Yeah.
You lose a lot. So and people need to realize, and some people just don't realize it.
Definitely.
How costly it can be. Yeah.
So as customary, what we do here in the show, man, we always kick this listening sessions off with the first track, which is the intro called Menace. Who did the production on the intro?
Beat Nerd Hub did the production on that. That was just straight aggression. This is my song of aggression. All right, I'm here. Boom. All right, let's go. All right, there's no more, no cut, no more, no less.
Yeah,
I'm here. Yeah.
Tone set it to the project, right? Or at least the first half of the project.
We're gonna start this thing off right. Let's go. I mean,
All right, man. Dope, man. Well, I'll tell you what, man. Let's get into this intro joint, Menace. This is the homie SD joining us here in the Mixtape Show listening sessions live from Philadelphia, man. How's things in Philly right now, man? How's the weather today for you guys out there?
Hot than a motherfucker. Listen, I'm not even going to sit here and lie to you. They talking. I mean, I know you down in Texas, and I know y'all always get the heat, but it feel like Texas outside. They talk about freaking the heat index supposed to be like 109 or some shit today.
Yeah, that's hot. That's hot.
Hot out.
And y'all not like New York. Y'all don't have the buildings to give y'all a shade at least, right?
Well, downtown we do,
but
here it's like it's all open, so we get all this heat.
Yeah.
And like I said, I work down at the shipyard. So that shit ain't nothing but wide open in water. So we getting more heat.
Yeah.
On top of everything out, man.
That sun is bouncing off the water, hitting y'all, right?
Baking. Yeah.
Dope, man. All right, man. Well, let's kick it off here with Menace. You know what I'm saying? SD Mixtape Show listening sessions, the Triple M Theory. It's a dope project, man. We're gonna get into some more joints, but let's kick it off with this intro, and we're gonna break down a little bit of it after this, man. We'll be right back.
All right.
The Triple M Theory. Old fools were once young fools. SD. Niggas ain't ready. You know you can't fuck with me. It's time, niggas. You know you can't fuck with me. I'm trying to tell niggas it's time. You know you can't fuck with me. Let's get it. Yep. All praise to the Most High. It's time to set the record straight. Kick down the door with ask the Lord. Coming straight to you live from the crack bell with liquor language. Menace more deliver slicker anguish. Bloodline filled with savagery. Venus with the fire veins. Dagger from TX will shatter your weak flex. Fuck all those offended. I'm killing my foes, spilling in droves. Don't fuck with me, the feelings exposed. It's now game time, you weak ass strategies. No substance to your contents, it's straight out raggedy. Bad motherfucker, pat my home to the reaction. SD is divine, I'm out to get shine like Zion going baseline. Walk in your same time, shorties wanna swallow me. The energy burns you like ecology. Applying pressure, congestion. I bless you for better outcomes, but this currency you outdone. 2020 eagle like some lyrics for most of you. Laughing while I'm shitting on niggas like I'm supposed to do. Too close to you, begging for mercy. Go soft on 'em. Body after body, white cross for 'em. A cool loss for 'em. Example set up, pick a number. That slumber when I clap you with the thunder. You wonder what's the next move? Don't be a dick kid or trust I touch you. I bust you and smack your whole namesake. Deduct you, so fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Nigga, next time you hear grown folks talking, shut the
door.
Setting tone, my brother, with that joint. That Menace intro, man, produced by the homie Beat Nerd Hub. I always do that. Hub, Big Hub is what they call him out here.
Yeah.
So SD, what does SD stand for? Anyway, I forgot to ask you that earlier.
Well, here's another story. Here's another like a little nugget that you're gonna get. SD actually stands for Scat Dad, but
Okay.
that name was given to me, and here's a little history with that. That name was given to me by my old rap partner before he got big, and my neighborhood homie Petey Crack.
Mm-hmm.
Petey gave me that name, so it was Nat. First he called me Scat, and then I was like, that's Scat. So everybody in the hood who grew up with me called me Scat. Yeah, Petey. Yeah, SD. So SD stands for SD, Scat Dad, but it came from Petey Scat. I just added the dad, and then after a year, I was like, just SD.
Nice,
So,
nice.
Yeah.
Petey. I know Noxious told me that Petey was one of his OGs that kind of put him on too, man. So how?
Basically it was me and Petey that put him on, and because Obnoxious didn't start rapping until he heard us, and Obnoxious didn't start rapping until he heard me and Petey at a house party.
Yeah.
And Petey got on, but everybody knew Petey rap, but no one knew that I did.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it was funny, it was hilarious. I had the bald head slick John. I was looking like Guru. I had the glasses on, right? I remember this. I had the glasses on looking like Guru, and I had the bald head. And I got on the mic, and Obnoxious, because we all went to the house party together. He looked at me like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, where'd that come from?
Mm-hmm.
And then 2-3 weeks later, he come out rapping, and we like, we got something here.
Yeah.
Got something here. So that's pretty much what that was. So
nice, man. So you actually got a joint with Obnoxious too, man. What's the name of that joint?
Friday Nights to the Ground. Perfect example. That's where that was a kind of a segue to that.
Yeah.
Because that's why that song is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because every Friday night, that's what we used to do. That's what we used to do.
And what's the ground? What does that mean?
The playground, the old playground where we grew up at. That we used to run ball in and all that stuff. But that was also the get high spot, the drink spot, and the hip hop, and pretty much the hip hop quarters.
Yeah. And
we used to meet there, like, because my block is right here, Petey's block was right there. Obnoxious lived like 2 blocks away.
Mm-hmm.
So we were right there. So it was like a 30-second walk from our houses to the playground.
Yeah.
And we used to meet up there and just chill out every day. Well, on Fridays. Fridays was like New Shit Friday. That's what we call it, New Shit Friday. And I got some new shit, just like how I'm not sitting on the jaw. I got some new shit. Boom.
Yeah. I'll tell you that. Let's get into that one. Who did the production on that one?
Hub. Hub did that one too.
Nice.
Hub did that one too. Yeah.
All right. So let's get into this Friday Night at the Grounds. We got Obnoxious featured on this joint with SD, Triple M Theory, and joint just got released. Available on all streaming stuff and all that. Everywhere you can listen to it, we can find it.
Everywhere you can listen to it is also on Bandcamp as well. So that's
what we want to send the people. We want to send the people to Bandcamp so we can get you paid.
Yeah, definitely want people to go and hit the Bandcamp. Definitely.
All right. So let's get into this Friday Night at the Grounds, and we will be right back. This is the Mixtape Show listening sessions. SD is in the building. Let's go.
Yo, I got some new shit.
Some new shit?
Yeah, for real.
Yo, that shit hammer though?
Of course it's him.
All right, then shit. Let me hear that shit then.
All right, I got you. Look into the eyes of a stoner, bloodshot with a hangover. At 21, the RNS is taking over. Black power, remove the evil eye off a dollar. Blue collar scholars, both hands on the knockers. I'm official like a tag on a low shirt. She dance but she don't twerk. Chanel Hills in a tight skirt. Allergic to the fake shit, whack shit and the trap shit. Posted on the block like Ratcliffe, rocking that Sixer shit. I'm from the hood where you don't eat till you catch a lick or hustle hard. Package that white raw or cook it hard. My third eye scream my calls, whatever murder costs. Life is a freak bitch, she chewed me up to lick the ball. Niggas want the ball, but they can't dribble or shoot the rock. Some came in the game to just shoot niggas and shoot cops. Certified in these streets, I marinate, they cook beef. Clue cooks a nigga, put his body under white sheets. Better you than me, I leave no DNA or fingerprints. Leave his head empty and pocket empty, that makes sense. Y'all niggas like your O2 pitch, no balls. Why you wanna fuck the dirty bitch with no walls? My right and my left is capable of breaking jaws. My mind and my gun is capable of breaking laws.
If I pull out the sposter, I do you jokers like Oprah. You catch an L and you catch an L. Bred from the Terradome with techniques fully technical. Anybody got an issue with it, lick the testicles. Bang for your dollar, some thoughts for your pennies. Contrabanders, undergarments with projectiles holding plenty. On the count your days and number, prep your t-shirts and your teddy bear. Balloons and your candle urns on your mom's mantle. Here's a warning for the unaware. My work is done precisely. If I say I'm going to see you, the result ain't ending nicely. Small talk aborted. Assure the passage ain't distorted. Unidentified assailant action news is just reported. Underrate my dialect, the consequences non-negotiable. These hollows wanna holler in your chest, rate is approachable. So memorize this message, apologies is not accepted. Hope arrangements are in order like your viewing suit selected.
Y'all niggas like your O2 pitch, no balls. Why you wanna fuck the dirty bitch with no walls? My right and my left is capable of breaking jaws. My mind and my gun is capable of breaking laws.
If I have to go gorilla, close book on me. Dead on the highway, shook look on me. I'm like a pinless grenade in the air for Atlanta. I'm like Freddy, while you sleep, your dream waves uncommanded. Direct your last moment, not a myth but a reality. Quick and clean finish, so it pays no technicalities. Told you about to smoke the wrong nigga to start with. About to send you to a mission on the pathway to darkness.
SD, let me get him, let the lion out the cage, nigga. Goons is 94, when I used to cop the gauge, nigga. Soldiers are grave diggers, we'll sing it to your grave, nigga. Bitches line of niggas too, they cut your throat and bust they tooth. Focus on the bag, they murder you for they man. Two sharks smell blood, then they execute the plan. Sex, murder, and torture, God, body, and tortures. 98 degrees in this trap house, there's a scorcher.
Friday nights at the ground. That's a grimy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
strictly.
it's some aggressive bars on that joint right there.
Yeah, we wasn't playing no games on that joint. We wasn't playing no games on that joint. Nah, that y'all know. Listen, we do this.
That's the tempo of that joint and the energy of that joint. That's what you guys experience coming up, huh? As far as
listen, that's all. That's how we used to do all our rhymes. That's how we developed ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And like saying, like the first rhyme that the Noxes ever kicked was just like, hey, he never changed. You know, he was like that from day one.
Yeah.
You know, and then me, I was good with words, so I was like, all right, I'm just gonna bring in aggression, but I'm gonna do clever shit. But you gonna hear what I gotta say.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how we did it. Yeah.
Nice, man. So, what was the most fun? What was the fun part about putting this project together? What did you enjoy about it the most?
Just watching it grow. You know, because in truthfulness, like Body the Beat was the first song I did on the whole project. That was the first song I did, and then building it, you know, blueprinting it, putting the songs together, and going to the studio and just laying the tracks and then watching it grow was part of it. I mean, because making an album is not easy.
Yeah,
it ain't. So I enjoyed the legwork, and you know, in between that, you know, finding the beats, picking out the beats, you know, that too, like, you know, finding the beats for this project, like I'm gonna be rapping over these joints. These joints gonna be on the record, so that's always feel good too. Cause like you want to, you know, you want them banging beats. You want it. So I had producers that I knew hit me the beats. This is that and the third. That was fun, and to just watch go from the beats to Triple M Theory, you know that because that made it much more. That made it really fun. It made it. I can't even get the words out, but yeah, that was the most fun. That was the most fun part out of it.
Dope, man. And then you got this joint on here called Sundown. I like all the joints on here because I'm gonna keep saying one of my favorite joints. So let's just say every joint is one of my favorite joints. But Sundown
is probably my favorite track out of all the album, the whole album.
Okay.
Yo, Sundown is that work. I'm just I was in the zone when I wrote Sundown. I was in the zone that day when I wrote that song.
Was it when as far as the process of this track and the visual itself, did you already have something written down and just what you already had written down was married to the beat, or you heard the beat first and was like, let me get the right beat?
No, I heard the beat. I customized that for that beat because the beat was like, all right, this is me. Mm-hmm. And then I just wrote. Soon as it was sent to me, I was on it. Because he sent me the beats. He sent me all those beats, and then he sent me like 15 beats. And I heard that one, and then the Victor Sweet joint, and I was like, yeah, me. Let me get that. Yeah. And I wrote to that joint immediately.
Nice, man. It's a banger, man. So let's get into the Sundown. The homie SD joined us, the Mixtape Show listening sessions. It's a really dope project, my brother. You outdid yourself on this one, man. And
shout out to the homie Kazim who did the beat from France. Yeah, so we got a little French connection up in there too. So shout out to the homie Kazim for throwing that heat out there for me. Yeah.
SD going international, man. International.
Hey, man. Listen, man. Gotta get it how you get it.
I hear that, man. Let's get to the Sundown. We'll be right back. The Mixtape Show listening sessions. SD to Triple M Theory. Let's go.
Yo, it's a bunch of clown that's out here walking around with rainbow wigs, big red noses and shit. Thinking they can't get touched. Straight capping. Hold on, let me take a sip, yo. A wise one once said to me, once you got 'em, you got 'em. And never show your hand, no matter how powerful it is. Just smack 'em accordingly. Yep. Rugged strategies, pure unadulterated live rebel shit. Thirst for living devilish, quench shit for satisfaction. Riders long game tracks and loving life lavishly. Living ill convictions, Frank St. Visions with Tony temperament. Purpose with moving it slick with grimy sentiment. Gutter landscaping that raised me. Old chiefs I used to idolize that openly praise me. How the cycle switches. Bread hounder, hustle for the heavens. I put it where you fraudulence fantasize. My legend is violent. Y'all admire potentials realistically. I'm dying at you comedy centrals. You want being honest. The eye awakens. Acknowledgement the message. Then I'm stating when I'm silent. You're elating. Design of respect. The mental midgets I devour. Appreciate the wisdom that's first from higher powers. Day in and day out, sun up to sundown. These idiotic eagles get gunned down. You're done now. These motherfuckers lost their goddamn mind. You're done now. Punk ass motherfuckers. Yeah, you're done now. Day in and day out, sun up to sundown. These idiotic eagles get gunned down. You're done now. Fuck wrong with them? They don't know. Yeah, you're done now. Fucking idiots. Yeah, you're done now. This dialogue reduced to 90 proof. These words I express have you nursing distress of something serious. Your matter don't mind applying pressure in your free space. Good in every hood like cheesesteaks, bad land disciple. Consistent trifle, a terror to your temples. Annihilation sequence so simple, urban dynamo. Disrupt dispositions in corrupt conditions. Motherfuck karma, juggernaut shit and checkmate your armor. Dumb perspective to the reckless. I may supply with the pearl necklace, bare minimals. I move as the pendulum. Dear Imperial, y'all niggas flame out, venereal, just a walking shame. It's insane. The lingo spiking struggles in befuddle, got the mental in the muzzle, the smoke bringer. My dialogue's undefeated. Challenge the champ and get treated. Fuck out of here. Day in and day out, sun up to sundown. The idiotic Eagles get gunned down. You're done now. You know, come over here with that bullshit, cuz. Yeah, you're done now. Fucking do it to yourself. You're done now. Day in and day out, sun up to sundown. The idiotic Eagles get gunned down. You're done now. Man, you busy over there bumping your gums, man. Yeah, you're done now. You need to fall the fuck back, chill out, man. Yeah, you're done now.
Sundown has a lot of the joints got a dark undertone to it, but it's not like, you know what I'm saying, like a crazy dark. It's just got that you set the tone. You set the tone, man, as far as how you want the project to be, you know.
Like I said, I told you, like the first 4 songs are grimy as fuck. Like that. I mean, listen, my label is Grimy Empire. I call it that for a reason. Because I know my style, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then you see a shift after that song. You see you see a definite shift.
Yeah, and that's we're gonna get to that Mind Speak Crazy joint. That's brother, the way that you crafted, the way that you married the lyrics to the music on this one is really dope, man. It's
and that song was it's so organic, it's not even funny. Because that's that once again, Hub gave me the beat. And I knew exactly who I wanted on the beat when I got it.
Yeah.
So so you look at it, you got, Ja Rajim, who not only did the production on the album, he was the one who mixed and mastered the whole album for me. So he got on that track, and then Bloodsport, my man Bloodsport got on that, and then my homegirl Space Child, she's the one that's doing the background vocals. She's the one doing the singing. So I knew I wanted all 3 of them in some capacity on that song.
Yeah.
And like I said, the only reason why I say it was organic, because I didn't tell these dudes what to say. I basically said, yo, write something that kind of like makes you upset, kind of what makes you go crazy. And once you listen to this song, it seemed like it's narrated, performed, and then asked. I mean, well, like is who he is, what he did, and who he is now.
Yeah.
So that's the way that the song built itself. That's the way the song built itself. And after you put all 3 of them together, it's a freaking awesome record. And that's one of my that's probably the deepest record that I on the album. And by far, because it also has a message to it too. Especially with Black people and mental health. Like, see, because that's one thing that us as a Black community, we don't talk about much about. We especially as Black men. I mean, the sisters do too, because the sisters have a lot of pain and turmoil too. But I'm coming from a Black man's point of view. Yeah. We deal with so much, but we have no outlets to let it go. I mean, and we hold a lot of stuff in. So that's why at the I said what I said at the end of the song. It's kind of like an outcry. Like, just listen to what people say. Listen to what we're saying. Listen, because you might think that he's actually crazy, but he's just trying to talk to you. He's trying to get it out. Yeah. He's just trying to get he's trying to get some help. Yeah. But a lot of people always downplay it, and then next bad things happen to that person, or it gets worse. So we as Black people definitely need to look more into the mental health aspect of life and pay attention to it, because it gets overlooked a lot. Yeah. So I figured this is my little contribution to it. This is my contribution to it, and hopefully it gets out to the proper head, so people they'll listen to it and say, you know what, ooh, this is me, or I've dealt with this, or this, I feel this. Yeah, and that's how I initially took it when I heard it. I was like, oh, he addressing the mental health. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. Right. You know what I mean? And that's been a big topic here recently with during the Olympics and stuff like that. And people just literally just like, yo, man, I'm at my wit's end right now. You know what I'm saying? With things. Yeah, because people listen, they might everybody you know. I mean, I say everybody, but it's some people you know. You look at them, you see them every day or every so often, but everybody has some issues in some way, shape, or form. But some people express theirs more than others, or you can see in their face and you say, "Yo, man, what's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
But then you ask what's wrong with them, then you write them off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, who does that? So
yeah.
That's why I was like, you know, I had to definitely address that. I had to put my little stamp in it, and you know, like I said, hopefully it gets to the right heads, the right ears.
Yeah. It's just. It's just wild how us as a people, man, we deal with, like you said, we deal with so much, and we're just expected to brush it off or get over it. You know what I mean? And whenever we do kind of get out of character, it's just like I always say, you know, you'll see on the news where like people are at a zoo and all of a sudden, you know, a lion decides to act like a lion and attack somebody.
That lion went lion. Like, oh my God, and then you got the people, oh my God, I didn't know he could be like that. He's a damn lion. Like, what the fuck can you expect? Like, his instincts are going to kick in.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's us as a people, man. We keep getting pushed around. At some point, we're gonna snap, and you can't get mad.
You supposed to bear enough that something gonna happen to you.
Exactly, man. Dope, brother. Well, let's get into this. Mind Speak Crazy is definitely a dope joint. One of my favorites on the project, but I'm gonna say that after every joint. And you know what I mean? SD is in the building, man. The Mixtape Show listening sessions. We listen to the Triple M Theory. So it's a project you definitely want in your collection as a hip hop head. And you know, it's a good project to put your mans on to say, hey man, you need to listen to this project. You know what I'm saying? And make them feel like that today, that you put them on to some heat right here, because this is definitely heat rocks on all this joint, man. So definitely a good listen, man.
I appreciate that, dog.
All right, let's get into this Mind Speak. We'll be right back.
Yeah. You see, sometimes we just get into our minds, and then our minds spiral off into the abyss. But it's gonna be alright. Hold on, y'all.
Mind state unbalanced. Stay in touch with reality has been a challenge. Odd behavior outshadow the talent. Seen life from another axis, he meant no malice. Thoughts and plans are half-baked, but you can never be late when that's fate. You can never regret what's that great, even though we can't express how it looks, smells, and tastes. He must stay outside his mind, cause sometimes he don't like what he finds inside. Shook off the spook, third eyes his guide. Somewhere between divine and blind pride. Since the 80s, maybe his mind's been a little shaky. Through malt liquor and Reggie, shit's a little hazy. Sometimes he stay to himself, that's for your safety. He ain't being shady, perhaps he's a little.
Lord, forgive me for my transgressions. These are my psychotherapeutic projections. I was in love with a particular section of stressing. That excitement of evading departments of corrections. Infatuated with anything with a glitter to it. 24 karat with diamonds, I was getting to it. I ain't want the black strap, I had to have a nickel on it. Shit had to shine when I spark with a visual warning. Dreams of devils coming back and I kill them again. I wake up celebrating what a victorious win. Nightmares are right there too, ain't no escaping that. You allow yourself to love, you gon' pay for that. And when you lose someone you love, it's a wrap. And in that time in the moment, your heart turned pitch black. And in that moment in time, I respond viciously, criminally out of my mind.
It's just a crazy baby.
Move at my own pace, cautious as the earth spins. Monkeys hanging on, trying to shake them as the hurt blends deeper in my soul. They like something impossible, searching for an antidote to shift up certain obstacles. eating in my mental muscle, the inner tussles. Damn, I hate it, core of me feels contaminated. Four walls getting closer, chest feels constricting. Pleasure may contain, ain't no pathway to resisting. When I'm anywhere, I'm everywhere, I'm out in minute action. Day-to-day attractions feel like day-to-day subtractions. And my faith, my flesh, and my purpose of life. It's my guilty, my heart is contrite. This is karma's blessing. A cause that's lost and mostly scorched. Fight the masses, so sit on the porch. I gotta take a stand. To the ills that overtook me, I pray that the evils will unhook me before I go.
It's just crazy, baby. So keen.
Listen to me. You are not listening. Just listen. Just listen. Just listen.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others.
These one of them joints right here. Split, couple in the air, you know, and just float. Know what I'm saying? Predict the move. A man can have all things. Money, women, finding things in life. But it's only one thing a man really wants. It's happiness. Outstanding is an understatement. I ooze with excellence. Mellow shit. Black elite perfectionists. Shine like Egyptian pharaohs. Got it. Over water, pink sands laid up with something exotic. Divine harmony, spirits with cohibas. Not the same class with scrubs and non-achievers. Mixing with kings and queens, noble philosophies. Constituting power mode and shelling monotony. The games people frolic in, I don't participate. Play when I'm dealt, success I do anticipate. Dreams pieced together and stacked in order. I resist the sway, drift and drown in shallow waters. My pupils peep vividly, on point religiously. I want it all, ain't no time for moral victory. Supply to all the blessings that the Lord's forever gifted me. Increase the history. The catapult of vision, ascension to the glory. And before my tickets punch, you're gonna understand my story. Let the melody embellish the scope and make the roses come before me as the devil try to steepen the slope. It's time to float. It's time to float. It's time to float. The catapult of vision, ascension to the glory. And before my tickets punch, you're gonna understand my story. Let the melody embellish the scope and make the roses come before me as the devil try to steepen the slope. It's time to float. It's time to float. It's time to float.
They ask, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? And I'm asking, how many pops in the hood does it take for us to realize that we need our pops? They have convinced us that the only way we'll get out is by running the rock or selling a record. But we are merely running through the streets reckless, trying not to get a record, hold on. Our role models' arms are nothing more than bronze dance floors, and the needle's footprints did Chicago 2 steps. Like Jesus, they had fire in their eyes, their hair like sheep's wool, and much like First Sunday, they were faithful with communion. It came in a 40-ounce bottle with the scriptures written in Old English, while the thoughts of them becoming sober were foreign in a language they would never speak. They say it's good inside all of us, but what do you do when the only thing inside of like someone else. Daddy spending his life with a wife, but putting his dick in the dirt. So I wonder when they put him in Mother Earth, did she cheat on him? Hold on. I can't go on for much longer. Time waits for no man. But unfortunately, 5-digit numbers and police guns wait for us. Like granny with no car, sack full of groceries, waiting for the number 9 bus. Hold on. Just slide.
So man, let me ask you this, bro. What's some of the feedback you're hearing about the project right now? What's some of the?
Man, I've heard nothing but positive feedback on his album.
Yeah. How does that make you feel that you coming out the box?
Oh, listen,
coming in hot right now.
Dude, I'm overwhelmed with excitement.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great thing to have. But now that just gives me it puts a little bit more pressure on me now in a way, because I got to come with more heat. You know what I'm saying? All the time. Because people are like, okay, you came out with this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you came out with this. Like, what's next? So, like, it's a little bit of pressure, but like I said, it's pressure to have, because then it gives me the more like be more focused, bringing out longer stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And coming out with better, with stronger, with harder content than this.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So listen, if you don't challenge yourself, then you ain't challenged. So that's why I look at it like, I give myself the challenge. Okay, I'll come with this, but all right, I'm gonna come with some doper stuff now.
Yeah.
And and now I'm starting to begin the blueprint of the next project. We'll see.
Yeah, man. So it's an easy listen, man. 9 tracks, 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You get in, you give us just enough, but you got us wanting more. You know what I'm saying? So it's a perfect balance as far as how you do it. You know what I'm saying? Was that purposely done, or were you after you kind of heard these 9 together? You was like, I don't want to give them no more. This is it. We'll leave the rest.
Because I didn't want to oversaturate it. I just want to say, okay, I'm gonna give you a little bit. I'll give you a half hour of my time. Give me a half hour of your time, and you'll love me for it. So so I was like, a half hour. You can't go wrong with that. 9 songs, there's plenty of content on there. It could have been one of them situations where I just made a album with a bunch of songs on it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want that. I wanted something to the point to where it, like you said, an easy listen, something that it's going to touch in some way, shape, or form, where you want to hear one song. You ain't gotta like every song, but you want to like at least one.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted. I wanted to the point to where you don't have to like every song, but you're going to like one.
Yeah. I can definitely say, man, I don't skip through anything. I listen through it all the way through. And I said, I love how you balance the lyrics with the beats on there. Love the subject matter. And now that you kind of explained how you got it, set up and everything, I think that's dope too. How you said it's chaos at the beginning. And then we kind of just ease into growing up, man. So that's definitely dope, man.
Yeah, because as the album goes, you see, he like I said, it's just the grind. Yeah, he still got grimy elements, but the grimy and the new you is starting to come, and you see bits and flashes of it.
Yeah, even with Body to Beat, it was like some aggression, but it was like a cool little, you know what I'm saying? Head nod.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and then Body to Beat pretty much was, and Body to Beat. And like I said, you've been playing that for a minute now. Body to Beat is like the feel good song. That's the feel good album, like because if you think about it, like we played 4 grimy joints and then you played Mind Street. Okay, so now then like I said, you ain't even play the other one.
Yeah,
that cooled everything out.
Yeah.
Divine Harmony. You didn't even touch that.
Yeah.
So once you hit that, and then like you feeling good about yourself, then you throw Body to Beat on that. You like yeah. You know what I'm saying? So Body to Beat is like it's like the okay, I'm here now. I'm happy. I'm feeling good about things. But yet, don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling good right about now. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much how I laid it that way.
Yeah, yeah.
It
And
fell out.
Divine Harmony. That's how would you
Man.
explain that? How would you explain that joint?
Oh man, that beat that song right there. That's just a song of relaxation.
Mm-hmm.
After all, like I said, now mind you, now you had my speak. I done got all this stuff out my system.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just listen.
Is that the cool down after you get it off your chest?
And once I got all that I had to see out, now I'm starting to see things in a different parameter. I'm starting to see things differently now.
Mm-hmm.
Divine Harmony, I'm feeling good. I'm relaxing. I'm not dealing with the bullshit no more.
Mm-hmm.
And God's giving me a gift, and I'm just going to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And then my man with the spoken word still takes me back to that element of where you came from.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you here, but you still got this.
Yeah.
Don't forget where you came from. You still got this, but now you're in a different plateau now. You good, but you still got this.
Mm-hmm.
So, and once again, organically. And it like everything just fell perfectly in that. And that's how I could describe that. Like, now he's at a place of peace.
Mm-hmm.
He's at a place of peace. He had all this chaotic stuff going on before him, but now he's at a place of peace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got your introspective and infinite.
Yo, that was just me just being positive. That's me giving everybody, the listeners, what I've gone through, what I sense, and what I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And how can I express that to you?
Yeah.
It's like words of wisdom that all the shit that I've been through, I'm gonna pass it on to you. That, like I said, don't be that young boy that I was. Be yourself,
mm-hmm.
but get these little words of wisdom so you can grow into happiness.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, I'm chanting my name. I did it. I
Mm-hmm.
did it. I did it. I did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's it. All falls into place.
Yeah. Absolutely, bro.
You know, but then,
I hear that, man. How much putting this project together, dealing with COVID, dealing with everyday other life stuff, work, you know what I'm saying, 9-to-5 stuff, family. By pouring your energy into this project, how much is this was therapeutic to you, man?
All of it. The whole project was therapeutic because it was something that I've been wanting to do for years,
mm-hmm.
but I couldn't. I've never, either had the assets or the finances or the time or it was always some roadblock.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I said, with COVID and then with 2020 happening and then, some stuff that happened to me personally and stuff like that, it was like, okay, I need to do something that's going to make me feel good. That's going to make me feel, it's going to give me some, some confidence again.
Mm-hmm.
And this album did it. Like, listen, it's very therapeutic and because it's something I enjoy to do. I love doing it. It's fun. And now it's time to, to really, put a dent in the hip hop game in, the best way I can to let these mugs know, like, yo, like there's some dudes in Philly that's out here killing shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, man. You definitely did your thing on this one, brother. And I'm like I said, I'm proud to play these tracks on the show. I'm proud to play it on the station. And this is the speech I give everybody, but now you get the official speech, man. You are officially Mixtape Show alumni now. You know what I mean? So anytime you got anything going, man, you already know, brother. Just reach out.
No
we got
doubt.
You, man.
No doubt. Because matter of fact, I listen. I'm gonna give you your roses in a way because you was the first one to play my stuff out there.
Mm-hmm.
You was the first one. You was the first one I actually sent out to because matter of fact, Kong Du was like, "Yo, talk to Kwan." And no, I'm lying. Hub told me to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
And but then once I found a connection with you and Kong Du,
mm-hmm.
that made it even better. So you, like I said, you was the one who was the first one to put me on to, you was the first one to play my stuff in the air. So you playing it the first time, man, I was like, oh, okay, I'm feeling good. Like, I'm out there.
Yeah.
So I definitely appreciate you for, cracking that door open for me.
Yeah.
And get other people to listen out. So man, I appreciate you, man, and I'm indebted to you. So you're gonna get your roses from me.
That's nothing, man. I just love the music, man. If the music is dope, there's no politics involved. That's what I always say, man. Keep the politics out of it. Let's keep the music in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all about the music. It's all about the music. It's all about the music, man. But I want to basically give a shout out to everybody that was involved in this project.
Definitely, yeah. Shout your team out, man. Shout everybody out.
Yeah, like I'm a shout out the production team first. Like I said, my man, y'all call him Big Hub, but Beat Nerd Hub. My homeboy, Ja Rajim, my underground Heat Cypher brother, definitely. The Bull Kazim, like I said, French Connection, and his homeboy Akbal is nice, who did Divine Harmony. Both of them boys from France, so they like tight knit. So Akbal put me on the Kazim, so that was that connection there. So shout out to them with all the dope heat, and then of course Kong Du, who pretty much came with the heat with the first single. Like I said, without them, this project does not sound as good as it sounds.
Nice.
And then the production, and then like the people who were guests, like my man Stevie Franks. We met at the Cypher.
Stevie's my dude. That's my guy right there.
Stevie, that's my man. That's my man right there. 100 grand, Stevie Franks. Yo, that's my dog. Like I said, I gave him the beats. Like, yo, I'm on it. It was no hesitation. Like, I'm on that. So. Yeah. And so he killed that joint. Obnoxious, like I ride partner since like 92. So, then Bloodsport, my man. Like I said, my homegirl Space Child, with the contributions that she did and the conversations me and her had. Much love to her. My man Joe Mack, who did the spoken word on Divine Harmony, masterful job. Definitely look him up to. Artist Joe Mack. He got a lot of content out there. Strong brother, great poet. So I had to put him on. But yeah, I mean, all those people, this project doesn't happen.
Yeah.
It doesn't combine like it did. It doesn't, it just be regular music. So they all get a huge part of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
They all get a huge part of this. Like I couldn't do without them. So definitely shout out to them, and and shout out to all the people who've already listened, who've already purchased, who've already streamed, gave their feedback. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. And hopefully now with some new fans out there, they can check it out and and show that love too.
Definitely. How can we get it, man? I know we talked about it earlier. What can we get this project at, to listen to it or to go purchase it?
You can get it on Human Network, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, whatever you use to get your vibe on. Pandora is on all of them. Whatever you use to get your groove on, you get your vibe on, is on there. Also, it's on Bandcamp, SDNP3 at Bandcamp, or you can just type in S.D. the Triple M Theory, it'll pop right up. It's on Bandcamp, so it's there. So definitely check it out. Definitely the support is welcome. I welcome all the support. I appreciate y'all, and just look out. Just look out for more music that's coming soon.
Definitely.
This is not the end. This is the pot warming. Like this is the beginning.
Yep. This is the introduction, man. That's all this is. The introduction to SD.
It's the intro. Yep.
And the music is definitely going to be a staple here in the show, man. As long as you keep putting out joints like this, brother, you already know, man. You got a home here, no matter what.
Man, listen, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. I get excited when I'm like, I'm playing SD joint, and I'm like, my man. But yeah.
And, I gotta sneak one in there every once in a while too, without the announcements. You know what I mean?
No, like I said, when you played 5 minutes out the other night, I was like, okay. All right, cool. He fucks with it, so I was like, yeah. So yeah, definitely.
I've always been a fan of the album cuts. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of art, and this is me just listening to commercial music back in the day. I used to get the album just to hear the rest of it. I got tired of whatever was on the radio, so I was like, let me hear the rest of this album. That's what I want.
rest of the album, because some joints the album be hitting. I mean, you don't have your hits because you make your songs for the hits, of course, for the airplay. But then the record it's just like that's the meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
So let's not forget the B-sides that don't make the album.
For real. Yeah.
Yo, listen, it's some killer B-sides out there that a lot of people forget about. Like, but yeah, that song's a B-side. Oh yeah. So,
yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
So man, so what's some of the goals that you want to do with this album? I know since it's out now, what are you just gonna basically spend the rest of the year just pushing it, promoting it, and you shooting any visuals for it too?
Well, yeah, it's gonna be visuals. It's gonna be more videos. There's gonna be more videos coming out. Matter of fact, I gotta get with Stevie Franks because we gotta do the Victor Sweet video. And I got a couple more videos lined up. And like I said, I got another EP coming out probably maybe the end of September.
Okay.
So it's gonna be more content out then. But I'm gonna be promoting that, plus pushing everything else. But like I said, if I keep coming with the music, it's gonna sell itself. Because people are like, oh, they hear this, I gotta go back to the old work. Oh, this sound good. Okay, so it's gonna be constant work coming out. It's like it's not one of those I drop an album, wait 8 months, don't hear nothing from me, and then you come up with another album. You want while you got that buzz, you want them to keep coming. So that's what that is. I mean, and plus I got a couple projects coming up with Hub. I got a project coming up. Then like I said, I got another EP coming out. Then I got another project with Hub. Then next year, another album from me coming out.
Nice.
And then me and Kong Du are going to have a compilation album.
Nice. I like that. I'm a big fan of that. With a producer and the MC works through the whole thing together. I love those albums.
That joint going to be crazy. It's called the Bronze Cypher Project. It's going to be coming out sometime next year. I mean, we haven't had no date enough like that, but it's definitely coming out. Compilation album, that joint gonna be bananas. I'm telling you. Listen, that joint gonna be sick.
Nice.
Sick. But yeah, definitely. But so yeah, it's gonna be constant work. So people just look out for the content. It's gonna be out there, trust me.
Nice, man. Well, I'll tell you what, brother, like we mentioned earlier off air, man, I'm gonna be out there your neck of the woods here in a couple of weeks. And even if we can't, chop it up, we gotta link up for a little bit and just
definitely. Listen, just for a couple hours. Hey, that's all good.
Yeah, once I'll shoot you my information as far as where I'm gonna be at, and then we'll see how close we are in proximity, and we'll go from there, man.
Definitely. Let me know. Pull up. Let me know.
Dope. I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, you definitely want to get this project in your hands, man. I got my copy. You know what I'm saying? The brother was kind enough to send me the copy to listen to, and I love it. You're saying I play it on my personal. It's on my phone. You know what I'm saying? And I play it, and I play it in the car since I got it, and it's definitely the joint, man. The Triple M Theory is definitely one that you should have in your hip hop collection. And SD, you outdid yourself on your first time out the gate, man. It's definitely you set your bar high now, man. So now you got to keep that.
I mean, you got to come out swinging, man. It's like why half step it? It's like why half step it? Just come out swinging.
Yeah, and you said a word. You've been saying a word consistently throughout this interview. You said organic. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel when I hear this project. It's organic. It's not. Nothing feels rushed about this project. Nothing feels like overproduced, or you didn't try to be extra clever with the bars and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It was real organic feeling to it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It definitely reminds me of the old Raucous record days. You know what I'm saying? That's what this kind of project reminds me of. This got that grimy sound to it and everything.
Yeah, I didn't want it to be rushed. I didn't want it to be rushed. I mean, if I'd have brought it out, if I'd have put it out when it was supposed to be put out, it would have sounded rushed. It would have sounded real rushed. But I listened 1,000 times, and before I was like, okay, I want this. I want this. I want.
Did we lose you?
Some people, a lot already said it doesn't sound like an amateur album. It doesn't sound amateurish. It doesn't sound rushed. It doesn't sound cheap. So, like I said, it was definitely a lot of time dealt into it, and it was a lot of hard work put into it.
Definitely, man. You definitely did your thing, brother. So like I said, we got you loaded up on Kawan J Radio for spins. You're gonna be hearing the track on the mixtape show here the next couple weeks, months, or whatever. And whenever that new material come out, man, come on back, brother. Let's talk about that, man.
No doubt. Like I said, anybody want to reach out to me?
I could get a hold of you. Social media too. Give us your social media too.
Social media. I'm on Instagram and Twitter. SD_NP3. That's on both of them. SD_NP3. You can reach out to me in there. You can, let's connect. Artists, if you want to connect, let's connect. Producers, if you want to, connect, let's connect. Let's work. Let's make some magic on them boards out there. Like I said, I'm open for it. Like I said, I'm all about this hip hop thing. So if you hungry about this hip hop, come holler at me. I'm right here.
There we go, man. Definitely, brother. And I'm when we get off air, man, I'm gonna give you some information too, because I think I got some partners and some other social media and radio stuff that I can link you with that need to hear this project and talk to you about this project, man.
Cool.
Definitely. He goes by the name of SD, man. He is officially Mixtape Show alumni. He was gracious to spend time with us for this Mixtape Show listening sessions. Hopefully you guys enjoyed what you heard. If you did, go cop that joint. Streaming is cool, but I prefer you pay the artists what they worth, man. Go and buy that album. It'll cost you a couple of a #1 combo at McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead make you a cheese sandwich and eat that instead, and purchase this man music, man, because it's definitely worth the purchase. You know what I mean? And let's do it again soon, brother. All right.
Yeah. Anytime. Like I said, when the next project come out, I'll be hey Kwan, we got one. Let's make it happen. Definitely. I'm definitely down with that.
Definitely. And since we going out, man, we're gonna close it out with the 5 minutes out. You know what I'm saying? Dope song. And we'll do this again, brother. How about we do this again soon, man?
No doubt, man. Be good, man.
All right, we're right back.
Yeah.
Now sponging the breeze out in these Philly streets. Life change, a grip to the hip because ain't nothing sweet. Young boys like the night, your life in no regard. Pluck your car, feast the famine, crucial times are hard. Phone drive, that's cool though. No drama on my plate, tired of these social joints, intent and not so great. Giggled at the ones that shot me down for something less. Blowing up the intimates, crying out bad, he caused the stress. Oh well, love your fault, the acts above me now. Later on, they'll come with the gas, talking you love me now. That's over with, next up, award to hold a trip. Good grub, good move, vibes with something smooth to sip. Destination reached, the squad already up in there. Couple baddies too, I know what I'm about to do. Scanning situations, cause anything is possible. Dozen fried shrimp with fries, the night is on the rise. Oh, yo, what's up, my man? You good?
Yo, maintaining Cannon.
Oh, alright, yo. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go over there. Yo, you see them over there? Alright, bet, peek the move. I'll let you later. Short red phone throwing me rhythm. What's that you sipping on? Barmaid, yeah, give her another. What's your girlfriend's name? Simone? Hey, yo, my man, my man Tone. All talk cerebral, grown folk interaction. Low budget comedy, mental satisfaction. Connectivity, gaining traction. Immediate number transaction for future calls of action. The pre-game's done and they dipped off. The meter is rising on how the night's kicked off. Phone rings, some old around the way. Kids with a baby daddy. Talk about thinking about me, all up in it. Say less, I'm pulling up about 30 minutes. Come right with the Henny pipe, flawless conclusion, and smoothly slide out to avoid all confusion. Now I'm on my navigate to 55th and so that I'm not revealing, cause some of y'all be squirreling. Shorty with the text that the door is unlocked. Soon as I walk in the spot, her little ass getting rocked. 5 minutes out and the whole mood switches. Boys right behind me and they trailing kinda vicious. I know that I'm cool, but I'm getting kinda leery. And the next thing you know, cherries and blueberries. Fuck. Oh man, come on, man. You fucking with me tonight. Man, I can't tell, man. Fuck that shit. Hello, officer, what's the issue?
Description is a fit.
Yeah, man, fit, forget you.
There was an armed robbery on 21st and Godfrey.
Hell no, not me, not the place where I be.
Boy, where you headed?
Hey, yo, dog, respect me, I'm a grown-ass man.
Yeah, don't correct me. Get out the vehicle, I know you up to something.
You out your damn mind, I ain't getting out for nothing. More guns pulled up, it's getting kinda crazy. Say the wrong thing to guarantee they gon' blaze me. Got out, hands out, slam me on the hood. Examining the whip, making sure it's all good. Any weapons in the consoles, the hammer. License the Camry, no prize or the slammer. Shaky ass cop, nervous, acting like a bramble. Not trained for the woman, did me dirty like Philando. I got a bullet, not no Burger King. Not a sip of water or a peaceful order. Now hashtag or in memory. Sad endings how y'all remember me. I did everything correctly, and that's not enough, so y'all eject me. Some of y'all don't even understand. Black Lives Matter.
Oh, you got me waiting. Where you at? You were supposed to have been over here. Can't believe you got me waiting. How much longer? I shouldn't have to wait. You better be here. Come through.